25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 19th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Tigers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The give from the gun. Got a little space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Pulls and fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
White going to attack through the air. That's caught. It's Hudson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Touchdown, Red Raiders! First score of the game goes up. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times now they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, a big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smothers. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Let's take a second to talk about Clemson. They come into the season #1 recruiting class in the country. Think we'll see those freshmen much?
You dang right we will. I mean, you don't recruit like they did this offseason and be the #1 team in the country without getting a ton of impact guys that come in.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they punctuated it with the 5-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Completion. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
White wants to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. A lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. The give to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. White going to attack through the air. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39. It'll be fourth down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
In this drive from the 28-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Dropping back, it's Murphy. And they fail to hook up on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
They kick it away on fourth down. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Snagged in the middle. It's Carter. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
White wants to throw it. Pressure coming. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
In the red area, it's Joyner. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for loss.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to him. Just plowing ahead. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. Breaks the tackle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Snagged out of the air. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Out of the gun to give to the back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. On the move at the 30. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
To the air, it's Murphy. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And it's no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. Back to pass on second down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Makes the catch around the 50. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Going for it all. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On third down, he drops to throw. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Red Raiders will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take it in. This drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Murphy. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Moore. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Lost to throw again. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Clemson. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Cal. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you need to know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
White going to attack through the air. Quickly to the tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They're going to run it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Tiger. And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick six. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14.
That makes the score. Clemson 21, Texas.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Joyner. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it. But the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop. And now you set up third down. And this offensive line is going to have to play.
Breaks into the open. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup. And they'll move the chains with the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throw line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Man, they needed that one, and that took every bit of concentration by the wide receiver there. That was awesome. Big third down. You got to make the catch, but you got to make sure you stay in bounds. And he did a really good job of securing that and keeping the chains moving.
White wants to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
And Reese, listen, we already know. He already threw the interception the last drive. We got to get this together. This is a couple bad plays that we put together now. If I'm an OC, I'm going to make this simple. Maybe I run the football. Maybe I get him a screen, something easy maybe to get him a little bit back in a rhythm.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. In the final period with a third down play. White going to attack through the air. Quick strike complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raider! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass, try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls it, fired complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. To the air, it's Murphy. Here's the pressure. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Punt is on its way. Wants to bring it back. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Sets up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Sure hands, it's Carter. Push down for the tackle. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Gonna take a shot. Grabs it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for this offense. White wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the shotgun, they'll run it. There he goes. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 101, a way to start the season.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. And the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
From the gun, Give on the inside. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Quarterback extends the play. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Here's the handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at their 29.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, Dave.
They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. Across the 25, he's got room. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end of this defense moving forward.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on them.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.